Hi, this is That's Entertainment. My name is Sarana Katej. I'm the marketing manager here at That's Entertainment. That's Entertainment is a pop culture store located here in the heart of Worcester, Massachusetts, and we sell everything from comic books, toys, records, board games, video games, just to name a few of the things, including other sports memorabilia, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, just a lot of physical entertainment, tangible entertainment, I would say. So we focus, outside of the digital realm. So a lot of our the entertainment we focus on is things that bring groups together, encourage enthusiasts, all kinds of stuff like that. And we have been in business about 42 years, since 1980.
That's Entertainment describes itself as a pop culture emporium. Could you elaborate on that? How does That's Entertainment buy, sell, and trade pop culture?
Okay, so it's pretty simple. So it means that we cater to people who are interested in selling off their pop culture goods. So we will book appointments for folks who are getting rid of things like video games and a lot of the things that we sell are also things we buy. So we announce that we are looking to buy like board games and Magic cards and Pokemon cards and vintage video game consoles and video games themselves. So those are the things we take in, including records, which I think I forgot to mention. But those are all things that we also buy on the secondhand market. So some of the best things that we have in our store are actually the items that people just walk in and bring to us and sell to us. So without them, we wouldn't have these amazing items in our store that we have become so well known for. So those are the things that make us unique, and we're grateful for them. And that's basically what the buy and selling of part of our store is.
Speaking of like the vinyls, like you were mentioning, you sell a variety of valuable collectibles, but is there any one type of item in the store that sells more than the others?
Goodness. I don't know. It's kind of across the board. It's pretty even. We sell vintage toys, from a lot of toys from the 80s and 90s that sell really well. Collections of Pokemon and Magic cards. Pokemon is so hot right now, so I think we probably sell more Pokemon cards than like almost anything else, right? Because it's just so hot right now. And on top of that, just wonderful key issue comic books, which we are always looking to purchase as well. Those do really well for us. If you can think of like some key issues, like first appearances would be key issues, like a first appearance of Spider-Man and Wolverine, and like everybody might know, Hulk 181 is like the first appearance of Wolverine, something like that. Those are like real hot collectible items, and we have a hard time getting them, but when we do get them, they get a lot of excitement. People are coming in to see like for in person one of these items which they've only heard about. So, and occasionally we do get them here. So especially for the people that come in and the customers that come in regularly, they're always scouting for items like that, which it's exciting for them to see, like, hey, would you come in? What did you bring in this week? Did you bring in the Hulk 181 or first appearance of Deadpool or something like that? So people do get excited for those items, and those do probably the best overall. We host a lot of local creators here at the store. Artists, writers, game developers even. We've had game designers here at the store. We feature them during our free board game demonstrations that we do on a monthly basis. So once a month we do, in this room, we do a demo that is free to attend, and we do up to 6 board games at each of these tables. And we have a teacher at each table to teach the games. And then once in a while, we'll have a guest developer who will come in and teach their game. And eventually, we offer it here at the store till we sell those games that they produced here at the store. So it's a great way to promote our local creators and in Worcester and beyond, because it's not just Worcester locals, it's from surrounding towns. But it's a great way to promote their work, as well as like just games in general, to get people into the gaming community. And as far as local authors go, yeah, we host lots of local authors. Some of them sell books continuously at our store, and we often have to restock their books. We have a few top hits, like Tim Baird, who is he sells continuously at our store. He sells primarily, his work is focused on fantasy, so a lot of fantasy intertwined with local lore and places he's visited. So that's a book called Dragon in the White. So he's got a series that he's written, and now he's working on a few newer books. And he has a new book out, something about dragons and the Dragon in the Lighthouse. I believe it's his first romance novel. So we do have that. But the local author we had this weekend was brand new. It was actually her first novel, and she wrote a fiction about the punk rock scene, a teenager who's in the punk rock scene. So, so we get all kinds of novels, all genres, from local authors who are looking to promote, and then as local artists who come for free comic book day, who actually do free sketches for kids and adults, and they're putting their work out there too. With some really talented guests that we get.
So the store seems to be doing really good for itself. But this is one of the points I want to make. It survived a very difficult time in the past couple of years with COVID. There were businesses here in Worcester which had to close their doors because they simply could not survive the regulations and lack of support. My question is, from the perspective of someone in a business, what was COVID like for that's entertainment? Was it hard for the store?
It was, not going to lie, it was one of the hardest times in our history of our store anyways, but I'm sure it was one of the hardest times for everybody in the world, right? It hit everybody so hard. It was very challenging. Just to go from, at that time, we were just about to celebrate our 40th anniversary. We were planning, me specifically, I was planning this huge party here to celebrate, our 40th anniversary. We were going to have Jim Steranko, and we were going to have a musical event and a party, and it just suddenly, it was like this COVID happened. We found out we had to close the doors, and I won't lie, there was this feeling of like, are we going to come back? Are we going to still be here? And then the owners and managers had to reassure us, like, I don't think we're going anywhere. We're hanging in there. We're doing okay. Don't worry about it. So we're like, okay. So, and then what happened, after a month of anxiety, after I had to cancel all these events, I was like, okay. So it was a lot of work that I had to put into it. Suddenly it just went down the drain. But we just waited patiently like the rest of the world to see what was going to happen. And as things, came together or decisions were made, we were waiting for the governor with instructions on what we could do, how we could do it, and we slowly reopened. But it started off with just mail orders. I was literally mailing signed baseball bats, like hand delivering them to a person down the street. Just within a mile, I would sometimes do these drive deliveries that were like unlike anything I've ever done here. I've never done that. I was delivering Magic the Gathering to someone down the street. Like for a new release. That was interesting times. They were helping us. Just to stay afloat. We could never make up the losses at that point for being closed, but anything we were doing was helping, and it was just reassuring to our customers that, hey, we're still here, don't worry, we haven't gone anywhere. So we moved from doing personal deliveries and mail orders, which we did a lot of, and to curbside, and then went from curbside to we had capacity limits. So we had lines out the door constantly, especially on the weekends. And there was nothing like waiting in a line to just go shopping, but that's what most people were doing. They were just, we'd have a line of like 20 people or 30 people, and they were just waiting to shop. And we had to, every week it was like a new capacity. It was like, okay, it's 12 people, now it's 14, now it's 18. And we had to go in and count everybody. And enforce masking and all this stuff. So, oh my goodness, I never want to go back to doing that. It was tough, and certainly there were people who didn't want to wear masks, and we had to enforce it. It was started arguments, and it was difficult, But I am so grateful for the majority of everyone who was so supportive through all that, because some people just knew, like, this is how things are right now, and we're here regardless, and we're going to support you, and we'll do what we need to do to help you out. And we are so grateful for those people. I cannot thank them enough. And then on top of that, anyways, just grateful. And also, I was going to mention the gift certificates. There's so many people that just purchase gift certificates just to help support us stay open. So I am, for everybody watching this, thank you so much, because that meant a lot to us. So that's how we got by. And things got better, and eventually we started doing some in-store events, and they were masked, and now we're like, everything's back to what I think is a somewhat normal, like mostly normal, whatever that meant, or means rather. Now we don't have to enforce masking. It seems like everyone's feeling comfortable being in groups again. So back to doing events, and it feels really good, to not have that anxiety weighing on you on whether, what you're doing is bad or good, or is it, going to affect people's health, or, that stuff was difficult to get through for sure.
Now that's entertainment has made it through COVID, fingers crossed, nothing happens again. But are there any plans for the future of That's Entertainment? Is there any changes that are going to be made, or is the store content where it's at?
So some good things have come out of the pandemic in terms of how you run certain events with signups, and before it was like a walk-in demo, you could just sit down and play. But then that was bad, because sometimes you'd be walking into a room full of people and there was nowhere to sit and play, and so you were waiting around. So now we had to do so many things by appointment that actually helped us out and give everybody a fair time to come in and either sell, because now we buy by appointment, or signups now we have signups for the demos, so that makes sure that you can come here and play a game and you don't have to wait for a seat, because you have scheduled a time to be here and sit down and enjoy a game. So some things that came out of the pandemic were good, and like a general awareness of each other's health too, right? So like, if you're sick, you stay home, which is something I wish everybody had done beforehand, but I'm happy that people are a little more conscious of that. So going forward, I think we will just be improving on the things that are already working, but making them better. So giving ourselves, clearing up aisles in the store and making things a little more spacious. We'll have some things that we will be revealing soon about some changes at the store, but I can't go into it right now. So soon we will be able to reveal more of that. So I have some things I'm working out and planning. So yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you.
You have a number of longtime customers. What is the magic of Let's Eat that keeps people coming back week after week for a lifetime?
Oh, well, I think, I would take a lot of credit. I would love to take all the credit and be like, hey, our staff's so awesome, they come for us. No, absolutely not. But I hope people don't mind coming in and chit-chatting with us, because we love talking with customers. But I think it's just the extent of the products that we have here. They just, I think there's something here for everybody. And I don't mean that just in interest, but literally for your wallet too. There's something from $1 to $100, just all price ranges. So I think it is, the products we sell here are very attainable, and they inspire, wonder, and they definitely will make you just nostalgic, just reliving something from your past, like even if you just see an old Pokemon game that you used to play as a kid, you just like, I haven't seen that forever, we see that a lot, like, oh my gosh, this takes me back to when I was a kid. There's reliving memories here at That's Entertainment is something that we see all the time. So those are the things that I think people come back to and they love, and they know where to get their manga books and their role-playing books and their Warhammer miniatures and sports cards or magic cards, comic books. We have thousands and thousands of comic books, lots of back issues. So people come in to fill in the holes in their collections. So they know that they can come here to do it. And because we get new collections all the time, we get regulars coming back consistently for those kind of things too. So I think all those things combined bring people back, as well as our events bring people back continuously. And we have some core groups that have come for all different events at the store, including our Friday Night Magic. We have a nice core group, our Sunday Commander Leagues. They come every week. Those are the things that they hope to come back for.
Which one is it for you? That's Entertainment or Latsy?
Well, I don't know. That is probably an ongoing argument between our staff. I think most people will call it Latsy, but I've been here 15 plus years now, and I can't, I'm so formal. I've had to write That's Entertainment on everything. So for me, it's That's Entertainment. I almost never call it Latsy. It's like a weird nickname that it's like calling your friend a weird nickname you're not used to, because that's just how it's always been for me, because I've had to literally write That's Entertainment on so many things with all of our flyers that I do and sales. But for everybody else, I think it's Latsy. Yeah. Hey, well, thanks for having me on. This was awesome. Thank you.